The ability to create a fighter in fighting games has been a side attraction gimmick in many titles over the years, usually playing out to be something jank and goofy, or the ultimate dress-up game. It's usually something I personally don't spend too much time with when the mode is around, because I'm a tryhard who has to play a game with only tournament settings, and I take every fighting game I play way too seriously even if they don't matter. There's just no time to learn stuff I can't use in a real match. But what if there was a game that was just a create a fighter mode? And it was actually really cool. Released in the year 2000 exclusively in Japan for the PlayStation, Kakuge-Yaro, fighting game creator, is just that, and it's a true hidden gem. It's a sprite-based 2D fighting game with 7 different characters waiting to be customized to your liking, and I mean customized. Everything from normals to specials, supers, and even system mechanics like rolling or parrying can all be added or changed to whatever your preference. The 7 different characters available represent different fighting game archetypes like your standard Shoto or your big grappler, but they don't have to end up staying that archetype. What if you wanted your Shoto to have a command grab? Or would you like your grappler to join the zoner gang and bully from full screen? Well, then do it. This is your character. So, let's customize someone. After choosing from either the Kung Fu Man, the Terry Kin Fusion, the Chun-Li stand-in, one of 2 anime girls, your Goro Daimon, or a mech. You choose their name, write their epic backstory, and think of some cool intro and win quotes. Then pick out your crazy color palettes, and then get to the real meat of why this game is so cool, the actual gameplay customization. Kakuge-Yaro is a 4-button game, where buttons 1, 2, and 3 are for your normals and specials, and button 4 is a universal grab that supers and other mechanics are also tied to. So you can go through the character's buttons and assign normals and even command normals to your standing, crouching, and jumping state. Every character has a great variety to choose from that cover all kinds of purposes from combo starters to anti-airs. After choosing all of them, you get to pick your 3 special moves that correspond to each button. Everything from sonic booms, command grabs, dragon punches, and even objects falling from the sky. The specials are varied and can really transform a character. Hate charge moves? Then don't give your character any. Love Shoryukens? Give your character 3. Who cares? After all that, pick whatever super you think is going to make your opponent angry, and now you have your very own Kakuge-Yaro fighter. I usually like to create my characters in a uniformed way, where buttons 1, 2, and 3 represent light, medium, and hard, and have special moves that fit a utility. But you can be as chaotic as you want, and make one button be a hard normal with a fast moving command normal, or just have every button be a fast light attack, and every single one of your special moves be a fireball. Be as standard, crazy, or just plain dumb as you want. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be fun to you. As you can see here, I have made 2 fighters from the same character preset, but all of their normals and specials are completely different. The options are endless. The real fun of Kakuge-Yaro comes from you and a friend making your own characters and duking it out, only to go back into the literal lab to make your character even better to combat the BS that's been made. Creating personal metas between each other is a type of fun that I haven't felt in a fighting game before, and every set we played gave us new strategies and ideas for our own characters. Going into a match to see if that new normal you picked will link into your other normals, or you're seeing if your new special move you picked totally shuts down the other character is an exciting feeling. But before I end this, let me show you some characters that are fun and dumb that I've made to give you some ideas for you to mess with. Try giving your Shoto character a dive kick normal that can cross up with the added threat of a command grab. It's seriously messed up. I like picking this flower special move for this anime character for Oki shenanigans on Wake Up. A lot of her normals chain together and she has this hopping jump normal that can instant overhead if you time it right, so you can do some cool tricky stuff. And finally, what I think is potentially the best and most broken character you can make of Kakuge-Yaro, Lockdown Knockoff Chun. One of her fireball specials hits twice, keeping the opponent in block stun long enough to dash in and start pressure again. Blocking in this game takes meter away, so the opponent has to take the hit, parry like a god, or hope you mess up. It's not impossible to beat, but it's very hard. And maybe there's something even better, or cheaper than this that I just haven't found yet. Who knows? And that's the fun of Kakuge-Yaro. This game quickly turned into one of my favorite hidden gems, and I hope some sort of spiritual successor could come to be one day. But if you're getting the itch to play a fighter that requires creativity inside and outside of the match, then check out Kakuge-Yaro. Have fun!